A little worried. It's a little wet. Got the alert that it was on the front porch about, I don't know, 3 minutes ago. So, dropped what I was doing, but the bottom of the package is wet. So, I'm a little worried. It was kind of left outside. Yeah, it's wet. Could just be a leaking bag. Hopefully, okay. Ooh. Quick little rundown. Oh my gosh, we have guppies here that are out of water but still flicking. Okay, emergency. Okay, it is about, I don't know, 45 seconds later, and miraculously, I don't know how, but all 3 of those fish in that breather bag that lost all of its water, literally there was no water in this breather bag. I've had reports of me shipping a fish before and there being a little bit left in the bag, but literally, and these are guppies. They're not, I mean, they're hardy, but they're not going to live out of water for that long. So lucky that I was able to, that they're alive, and I was able to get to the package right away. This is one of those cases where, no doubt about it, if it sit on my porch for an hour or 2 or longer, definitely dead fish. Definitely dead fish. Still not out of the woods yet. I'm definitely not. I'm not out of the woods until we have fry. But I paid for a trio and got a trio of these bluegrass guppies. Also got a trio of these yellow cobra guppies, and it seems everybody's alive and doing well in there. I also bought a pair of albino crebensis. Excited to get these guys. I believe, I'm not sure if that's the male or female. One should be showing the color. Stressed out right now, but they have plenty of water. And then that's all I purchased, but never purchased from this seller before, but they said that they would hook it up with extras, and they did. Lots of plants. Some red stem plants here, another stem plant here, third stem plant, and then a bag of, I think it's salvinia, and then some cherry shrimp. Pretty neat. On his auction, pretty nice looking red shrimp. Maybe it looks like a couple of them at least. Looks like a bag full of, like I said, some kind of floater. It looks bigger than duckweed. Maybe it's duckweed. I think it's salvinia though. If it's duckweed, I don't want it in my fish room. I just got rid of duckweed. But it looks like we got a handful of shrimp, at least a half a dozen to 10. So it's always nice to get some fresh shrimp jeans in. And big shout out to the people in the fish hobby, man. People are always awesome. And this is an Aquabid purchase. I'll let him know about the breather bag. I mean, it's not his fault, I guess. I don't know where this bag went wrong. I kind of cut it open here. It didn't come, it was knotted. That's, I guess, the thing with breather bags is you can't double bag them. You're not supposed to. But yeah, let's go get these acclimating. I can't believe they don't even like, I mean, they seem to be okay. Like they're not even acting super, super stressed. Like they're not swimming odd or anything. They seem to be, you know, normal behavior, especially for just being shipped from, I think this came from Michigan. Big shout out, actually, I think 2 packages this week coming from Michigan. I got some fish coming in the mail today, guys. I got like 5 packages this week, 4 or 5 packages in this week. And I think Michigan is well represented. I'm really bad with plants. I know I've had this before. I think this is Alternithricki, something Ricky, Nithricky, Alternithricki, something like that. And then this, I've had this one too, stem plant. It's kind of gets like purplish, or it looks kind of purplish. This I believe is a val type. This is, don't quote me on it. If it's Italian val, jungle val, whatever. And then I believe this is, I guess that's duckweed. I think, yeah, it's too small for salvinia. I gotta keep this stuff away. I'm gonna try to get those shrimp out, but it's a dangerous proposition. This is the male shortly after he was put in the tank. As you can see, he looks okay, but I think there may be some genetic issues. I'm not sure. He has kind of like a very smaller, skinny body. I'm not very familiar with the bluegrass strain. I actually have had a few drops since then. I actually did end up losing the original male after a couple months. But even the offspring, although they look healthy in terms of their activity, they are kind of, I don't like the body shape. I don't like this strain. So I'm not really sure what my long-term plans are, but not looking to offer them anytime soon. The yellows, on the other hand, did much better. The only culling I've really done has been for some of the males. A couple males I saw had a little more green than the yellow. It's gonna depend on your lighting as well. But I've been, working to make sure to kind of keep them as yellow as possible and nice, these nice little lace patterns. The females don't have as much color, but they're not like a gray plain guppy. They're still kind of a yellow, almost like a clear yellow, kind of neat, different than just the average, fancy guppy female. Not a ton of color. Actually, that one's gonna be a cull right there. That's an actual like average female. So that's actually the first female cull. But these guys are available now at wildfishtanks.com in pairs. I'm gonna show you the albino apistogrammas, or not, albino crebensis, not apistogrammas. I'll show you those next because those have been breeding as well. They're not ready yet, but soon we'll have those available too. I had originally set up the albino crebensis in an old 10-gallon tank that was a holdover from the old school original rack system in Fish Cave 1.0. And they were doing well, growing a little bit. Once they got settled, it was pretty clear to tell male versus female. But it wasn't until I added them to another 10-gallon tank in the new rack system. And I don't mean the new rack system, I mean the new rack system that you guys haven't seen yet. That's right, I've been up to a lot of work, a lot of new fish. Going to have a full tour here soon because we've added a lot more species than what you're seeing right now. This is, these are species I picked up at the end of last year, but we're going to be showing a lot more of us getting more species, this building of this rack system, as well as some collecting trips. Hadn't been able to do a lot of collecting in 2020, but early this year went on probably my favorite collecting trip so far. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't for footage of that. But back to these albino crebensis. I'm in love with these guys. They're growing quick. So far, so good in terms of the parents taking care of them. I've heard mixed results though. When they're getting ready to breed again, they may eat the babies. I've been monitoring them, feeding them micro worms and then baby brine shrimp, as well as a quality flake food and some powdered food. Definitely check out wildfishtanks.com in the coming weeks and months. These will be available. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, especially to the end. Stay positive and stay passionate.